I grew my channel from absolute zero, literally no subscribers, to consistently pulling in about $2,500 a month, and honestly, a lot of that success came down to working significantly smarter, not just harder. For years, my content creation ritual was exactly the same. I'd open OBS, hit record while screen capturing a long tutorial, and then talk through every single step as I clicked and scrolled across the screen. After that, I would spend another hour or two, sometimes even more, chopping that massive footage up, adding necessary zooms and arrows, editing out any mistakes, and often recording a completely separate voiceover track. That method certainly worked for a long time, but it felt incredibly clunky, slow, and frankly, it was draining my energy. If you're not naturally great at multitasking, trying to record your screen and narrate perfectly at the same time can totally wreck your creative flow, and then the editing process is what inevitably eats up all your evenings. It was an inefficient and boring cycle, and I constantly kept thinking to myself, man, there absolutely has to be a faster way to turn one long video into a stack of valuable, shareable clips. And that is exactly when I discovered Vizard, which I seriously wish I had found so much sooner in my journey. Vizard isn't just another screen recorder for your desktop. It's an AI-first repurposing studio built to take your long-form videos and instantly turn them into ready-to-post short clips. Each clip it generates is already optimized to be highly shareable and immediately attention-grabbing for social platforms. Instead of me laboring over which specific 20 to 60-second bits to pull out myself, Vizard automatically scans the entire video to find the absolute hottest moments. It then spits out short clips that are essentially post-ready right out of the box, saving me immense time. It's genuinely like having an expert editor who already knows what will perform well and can operate at an unbelievable, lightning-fast speed. Let me walk you through a real example from my own workflow, so you can clearly see why this particular tool matters so much. A while back, I produced a long tutorial explaining exactly how to create amazing thumbnails using AI image generation, covering prompts, composition, and aspect ratios, the whole detailed process. Normally, I would have to export that whole long tutorial, open my primary editing software timeline, scrub through for hours, find the key trick explanations, slice them up, add captions, and then re-export everything in different aspect ratios for Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok. That entire manual process represented at least 3 full hours of painful extra work on top of the initial recording time. But with Vizard, the entire creative flow was significantly simpler and much more streamlined. I simply uploaded the raw long video. It works whether you record in OBS, Loom, or even right from your phone. And within just a few minutes, Vizard had already analyzed the entire footage file. The AI then auto-detected about a dozen distinct high-engagement moments buried within the recording. This included the exact segment where I explained the critical prompt that makes those AI thumbnails really pop, the visual comparison between styles, and the essential steps showing how to download the final image. For every single clip it found, Vizard automatically generated suggested crop options for the vertical 9:16, square 1:1, and traditional 16:9 aspect ratios. It also auto-created accurate subtitles and even proposed short, relevant captions and appropriate hashtags that perfectly matched each clip's core intent. Now here's the part I truly love. Vizard's auto-editing viral clips feature doesn't just blindly cut content based on timestamps. The AI scores every potential moment based on important signals like vocal energy, pace changes throughout the segment, on-screen visual movement, and keyword density. So instead of me having to constantly guess which segments will actually hook new viewers, Vizard surfaces the ones that show the most potential for performance. It will give you a handful of short versions for every single highlight, a super snappy 15-second cut perfect for Instagram Reels. You also get a slightly longer 30 to 45-second cut, optimized specifically for YouTube Shorts, and even a trimmed 60-second version if you need a bit more context. And because I prefer to be lazy in the most productive way possible, the auto-schedule feature has truly been an absolute lifesaver for my sanity. Rather than manually uploading each new clip across every platform and then backfilling the captions one by one, I just set a simple posting cadence, like 3 clips per week. I select the platforms I want to use, and Vizard queues everything up perfectly, posting automatically at the best times and staggering the content so I never spam my followers. This means no more forgetting crucial posts or wasting valuable time juggling 5 different platform apps every single day. The content calendar feature is truly the quiet little hero in this whole system, giving you one single, consolidated view of what's scheduled, what has already been posted, and where everything is landing. You can easily drag and drop a clip to move it to a different day, quickly swap out a caption, or replace the thumbnail entirely if something feels slightly off. Suddenly, managing an entire month's worth of content feels totally manageable instead of the soul-crushing, overwhelming task it used to be. Now, I need to give full disclosure because there are definitely other cool tools available out there in the market right now. A tool called Guide, which I've used extensively before, is absolutely great if your main goal is simply to make step-by-step how-to videos extremely quickly. It specifically records on-screen steps and will even auto-generate a narrated walkthrough, which is fantastic for straightforward procedural tutorials. Plus, Since it's free to try for anyone interested, it's naturally why a lot of new creators love jumping in with that option. However, Guide is primarily built as a self-editing screen recorder focused on how-tos. It is not designed for ripping highlight clips out of a 20-minute sit-down video or analyzing virality potential. So if your real pain point is turning one long podcast or tutorial into 30 snackable optimized clips, Guide alone simply won't do that necessary heavy lifting. When we look at major editors like Premiere Pro or Final Cut, those programs are undeniably super powerful, but they demand a far greater investment of time and specialized editing skill. Descript is neat because it allows text-based edits and is great for removing those annoying filler words. Plus, it helps immensely with transcriptions, but it still leaves the essential job of clipping up content to you. Vizard successfully sits right in this perfect sweet spot, automating the historically toughest parts: clip discovery, advanced captioning, aspect ratio optimization, and scheduling, while still letting you tweak anything manually. To make this concrete and visual, here is exactly what I did step by step using that AI thumbnail tutorial video example. First, I just uploaded the raw recording directly to Vizard using drag and drop, a cloud link, or directly from the OBS export, and within minutes the AI had processed the file and produced an analyzed timeline. You can clearly see the audio waveform, the detected scene changes, and where the AI intelligently thinks the engagement peaks are located. Next, Vizard presented 12 distinct suggested clips, each accompanied by a short preview, a suggested length recommendation, and a calculated performance score. I quickly skimmed through those options and selected the best 6 clips that I wanted to push out to my audience immediately. For each of those chosen clips, Vizard automatically generated perfectly timed subtitles and 3 short caption options. It also suggested relevant hashtags based on trending keywords related to thumbnails and AI imagery. I then took one of those clips and made a tiny manual adjustment. I trimmed off 2 seconds and swapped the caption from being generic to a much punchier AI thumbnail hack title. Crucially, Vizard automatically updated all the necessary export files in every required aspect ratio based on my small caption change. Finally, I simply set the auto-schedule feature to post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the calculated peak engagement times and let the AI stagger the formats, so each platform got the ideal version. I checked the final content calendar view one last time, made that small edit, and then officially hit the confirm button, and the entire process was done. The total time commitment from the moment I uploaded the raw file to having posts scheduled across platforms was maybe just 12 to 15 minutes maximum. Contrast that impressive speed with the several hours it would have taken me to manually edit 3 different clips, add custom subtitles, reformat, and then publish everything individually. That is the massive multiplier effect we are talking about here. One single valuable long recording is instantly transformed into a full month's worth of bite-sized content. Now, there are still a few important operational things to keep in mind about using any AI tool. The AI is extremely smart, but it will never be able to completely replace your unique personal creator taste and intuition. It will give you recommended cuts and captions, but you absolutely should glance through them to ensure the context is totally accurate for your audience. Occasionally, you'll want to fine-tune those automatically generated subtitles or swap out a suggested thumbnail if something just feels slightly off-brand for you. But for the vast majority of busy creators who are juggling both content production and distribution, Vizard effectively removes the repetitive, boring parts so you can focus on recording better ideas. On a more practical angle, my overall content output went up dramatically once I made the shift to an AI-first repurposing workflow. Because I started publishing more consistently across all my platforms, it naturally increased my impressions, which in turn meant more subscribers and a much steadier revenue stream. The math behind this is quite simple. More repurposed, optimized clips ultimately equals more reach, which equals more chances for someone new to find your long-form video and subscribe. So if you are still stuck recording long tutorials in OBS, exporting them, and then staring blankly at a timeline for hours, I highly recommend trying this workflow. Keep doing the thing you are already good at, making valuable, long-form videos, and simply let an AI like Vizard handle all the grunt work of chopping, captioning, and distributing. Try it today on one of your real subjects you've already recorded, like that AI thumbnail tutorial, and watch how many individual pieces of content you can effortlessly pull from a single recording. If you want to test something super low commitment, just pick one long video, upload it, let Vizard find the clips, and schedule just 2 posts for the upcoming week to see how they perform. Chances are extremely high that you will be completely surprised at how much valuable time you immediately reclaim and how much extra reach you gain without changing your core creative process at all. Look, tools like Guide are fantastic for capturing straightforward step-by-step processes and are great when you need a simple free way to make tutorial videos fast. But if your true pain point is turning that long-form content into consistent, platform-optimized short clips and automating the posting, Vizard is specifically built for that entire lifecycle. It doesn't replace creativity. It simply turbocharges your ability to show up more frequently and get those great ideas in front of exponentially more people. Anyway, that is genuinely my 2 cents based on how I managed to scale from absolute zero to building a very steady income stream on the back of smarter content creation. If you want, I can absolutely walk through a specific video with you one-on-one. We can upload it together and I'll show you the exact steps I used that day. But for now, the best thing you can do is simply give Vizard a spin with one of your longer pieces of content and see exactly how many short clips it can intelligently pull out for you. You will undoubtedly save yourself many hours of frustrating work, and I promise your channel metrics will definitely thank you for the improved output. All right, I will catch you all in the very next video. Go out there, make more valuable content, and let the AI truly handle all the heavy lifting.